Hey guys, so before I start with this one, I just want to say that it's all pictures of the drawing process rather than actual video. I wanted to record it so badly, but every time I tried, the app would freeze, glitch, and lag. Eventually, I just decided to save pictures of the progress as often as possible. Probably not as thrilling to watch, but it's tragically all I can offer. Anyway, let's jump into it, shall we? I had a lot of reference pictures for this one, and I'll go ahead and pop them up on the screen so you can see them. There were a lot of parts to this blade and the inspiration for it. I loved the idea of the plague mask being incorporated into the Reaper blade. With the lines laid out, I went on to pick the basic colors for the image: a base, a highlight, and a darker color for shadows and depth. I started by blocking in the colors for the twisted blade. I moved to the tail and the head, and then the wing, the plague doctor mask, the hat, and the little tiny scythe in his beak. I took the lines off here for the pictures just so they weren't in your way anymore. On the blade, I started by cleaning up the darker gray lines in the middle of that charcoal color. Those serve as the highlight of sorts. With the airbrush tool, I added some very light gray, almost white highlights to the twists of the blade. Then, with the same tool, I went in with a darker gray for some shadows. With an eraser tool, I cleaned up some more of the jagged edges on the blade and moved on to the tail. Based on my reference, I blocked in some feather shapes, and then did the same for the feathers up on the head. I added in the eye and cleaned up the hat. I cleaned up the color blob for the wing, the mask, and the scythe. Back to the hat, I added a strip of lighter gray for a bit of ribbon or fabric. I added some feather detail to the wing, which might be a little hard to see depending on your screen, but I promise it's there. I deepened the lines on the wing, tail, and neck. I added some texture to the mask, as well as a thin line to connect it back to his head, like a little piece of string. I added some highlights to the scythe, as well as to the hat, which you can see a little better here, but then I was done. I really loved drawing this one. Even making this video gave me a little chance to look back on Miles and Man of Darkness, and I loved that. I love that novella so much more than I ever thought I would, and I love drawing this blade for Miles too. If you enjoyed this video, a like is always appreciated, and if you'd like to stay updated on my books, my writing, or the items that may come from them, feel free to subscribe. All the links to my authors pages as well as my social media are in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.